All right, Jay here with one of our latest builds. This is a Husky FC 250. It's a 270cc cylinder works kit. Jamie at Twisted Development ported the cylinder head for us to match the big bore and did some magic there and then mapped it for the Vortex ECU. So this thing makes big horsepower, pretty impressive. It's gonna be a great bike for a vet guy or for a pro guy who's wanting to have a good practice bike. This is a really good package. And the KTM Husky internal engine parts are really good. They hold up to the valve train. You can run a lot of these parts with the stock rod and in the stock valve springs, those types of parts. That's what's really nice about making these into a big bore. We have the FMF pipe, full Hinson clutch. Our UFO plastic is in a flow color with the DecalWorks graphics all match. Moto seat cover, of course. And DecalWorks has these graphic guards on here that protect your nice graphics. Scar foot pegs. Faster USA built us up some wheels. We have our Dunlop tires mounted to those with an MX-12 rear, which is really good in soft terrain and transitions well. We don't ride late in the day, so it's not a big concern for us. And ICW went through the radiators on this thing. The big news on the suspension is we had Race Tech go through that for us, and they went with the Technical Touch spring conversion on this. It's a KYB spring conversion, dual springs, and we think that's something that Kiefer's really gonna like. We already kind of know we like that kind of setup, so that'll be fun to test with him on this bike. The rest of the bike has got a lot of the other pieces that we use a lot, TM Designs, chain guide, of course our Super Sprox chain and sprocket. We're running the stock 1451, pulls really well. We like that gearing. It's too tall for the stock motor, but it works great with our modified motor. We have our Galfer oversized front rotor with the rear rotor as well. So kind of got all those guys covered. I think Chris Kiefer's really gonna like this thing. Oh, in the frame I have the coolant catch can from IMS. We really like those as a little backup if you're gonna overheat it all. And someday this bike could turn into a trail bike down the road after we moto it for a year or three. So we'll see. So it's nice to have that prepared to do so. We'll circle back on this bike after Chris Kiefer rides it a bit and see what he thinks. All right, Jay here, we're back here with our FC 270 Racer X build. The story's out on Racer X, the video's up. Kiefer really liked the bike. Was kind of busy that day and didn't do a good job of getting video of him. Had a good time with this thing. This bike is so good. It's just amazing. The suspension's really good with our Technical Touch and Race Tech conversion on here. So that's amazing. Okay, then the motor. The motor pulls so good. This is really fun. If a guy wants an ultimate either cheater bike or vet bike, this is it. Now, as far as racing, is it gonna beat 350s and 450s to the first turn? A skilled vet guy can for sure do it. But are you better off in a 450 for the first turn? Yes. For the rest of the race? Probably not. This thing's so good. Really fun bike. It's amazing. I think this bike I enjoy riding more than anything else. Now, with that said, if it was my money, people are going to ask me, would I do this over buying a 350? And I guess that just depends on what your budget's like. If you have an unlimited budget and you really don't care so much and you want to feel more safe and comfortable on a lighter bike, especially a lighter feeling bike, because weight is actually not that much different than a 350, then I would say do this. If you're not wanting to do a bunch of motor work and maintain it and just have something that's easy to ride, 350. We don't have one in here. So I was going to point to a 350. We don't have one in here right now.
We have an EXC.
Yeah, but a 350 SXF or XCF, a 350, again, is kind of the perfect size bike. So as much as I love this bike, I'm not trying to say anything bad about it, but if it was your money, and that's what's fun about doing these kind of projects, is showing you some of the cool stuff we can do, and then you decide which route you'd want to go. And for me, with a 350, the only motor work you need to do potentially is just an ECU, remapping the stock one. If you have a 20 and older, you can do that. 21 and up, the stock ECU is locked. You can't do that. As of right now, no one's been able to get into the stock ECU.
So you'd have to get a Vortex if you have a 21 and up. So a 350 to me is probably better for most guys and most vet guys. I think it's a safer bike to be on than a 450 for sure, and easier to ride. And it's a good, obviously being right in the middle there, it's just the Goldilocks of bikes for me. I think it's just right. I think it's perfect. I still would, for me, I have the luxury of riding this some. This one's gonna need more maintenance, you know, staying on piston changes a bit sooner than you would a 350, of course, and that kind of stuff. So that's, you know, the downside to this versus a 350. But this bike is incredible. I love it, and I knew that was gonna be one of the big questions I get is it better than a 350? As far as riding it back to back on the track, it's for sure better. And then it's quicker and funner to ride, but it's more fun, right? Funner's not a real word, but we're gonna say for our videos it is. Most of our people don't know, so we're fine. All right, so hopefully that helps you out. Fun, incredible bike. Check it out on Racer X. Kiefer really liked it, like I said, and if you have any questions, let me know, and we'll check you out in the track or trail soon.